Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Rob. You guys, about, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, I ordered this deck and I didn't really have any expectations of it. I saw a couple of reviews online, I saw the pictures online, and I thought, this looks like a really nice deck. Although I am really not into animal decks, I have to tell you guys, this deck really exceeded my expectations. I've been working with it for the last 3 weeks and I'm loving it. This deck is absolutely wonderful for many reasons. Paper stock, the pictures, the images, the way that it shuffles, the size, the packaging. It just works for me. So I was really happy with this deck. And so about 5 days ago, I was looking online again and I saw this deck, and I of course saw a couple of reviews of this deck online. Now, they're both from Hay House. They both cost exactly the same amount of money, at least where I'm located. The boxes are exactly the same. Now, this one is by Radleigh Valentine and this one is by MJ Cullinan. But I thought, you know what, they must be sort of similar. Of course, not because of the artwork. Of course, these are different creators, so the artwork is completely different. But I thought, you know what, they must be kind of the same when it comes to cardstock. The size is the same. I thought maybe it's all very similar. And yes, when you look at it at the beginning, it's all sort of similar, right? So the boxes are similar, like I mentioned. And in this particular video, you guys, we're going to talk about the animal guide that I just received. If you're interested in looking at this one, I've already posted the video. Go back on the channel and take a look at this one. So if you're interested in looking at this video, you guys, for this particular deck, then go back in the channel and look for it. This is a really fabulous deck and it over exceeded my expectations. This is really a wonderful deck. And so this deck I just got about 48 hours ago, like I usually do. Whenever I get a new deck, then I like to do my review about 48 hours afterwards. And it's been interesting, you guys. And as I mentioned earlier, I already saw videos of this deck. I already saw what the cards looked like and all of that. But as many of you know, I don't really know if I like a deck until I actually have it on my hands. And I'm going to tell you exactly what my experience has been with this deck so far in the last 48 hours, because I've really gone through it and it's definitely an interesting deck. And this box, you guys, opens in two like the other one. It's a Hay House production. And so there is your creator. This is the back of the box, and you can stop your device and take a read at that if you're interested. It comes with a pretty good book. It's not that thin. It's got over 183 pages, and it's a pretty good book. It gives you the meaning of the cards. It gives you a pretty good introduction and what this deck is all about. It's a pretty nice book. Here it has that rose petal sort of feeling. By the way, the box also has that rose petal, so it's nice presentation. It is nice materials. I'm happy about that. So far it's all been really good. This is what the back of the card looks like, and this is the box. This is the inside of the bottom part of the box, and this is the inside of the top part of the box, and that says, may you find wisdom, comfort, and joy on your journey with your animal guides. This is what the side of the box looks like, the bottom. So these are your cards, you guys, and paper stock is okay on this deck. It's not the best, and I must confess that the Guardian of the Night Tarot has a little bit better quality paper, but this one is very similar. It's got that rose petal to it. It's got that Hay House sort of oracle size to it. And so paper is pretty good. Printing is also pretty good on this deck. And when it comes to doing a spread with this deck, it spreads pretty well, as you can see. We'll do shuffling in the end, so you can see how this deck shuffles. It's not gilded, as you can see. This is what the back of the card looks like. Of course, it's impossible to do in reverse, right? So forget reverse with this deck. You guys, I'm not quite sure how I feel about the images on this deck. Some of them I like, some of them I don't like. I'm sort of just introducing myself to animal decks. I really was staying away from animal decks for a long time. And then all of a sudden now in the last 2-3 months, I've been buying 1 or 2 decks or 3 decks here. I think I'm like on my 4th animal deck. And so, you know, they're new for me. I don't know that just looking at an animal says everything to me that that I need to know about the meaning of that card. You know, how many times have I seen the fox for the Seven of Swords, for example? And, you know, yeah, okay. A lot of the times I need more than an animal to look at to actually convey the message. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And that's why I have been sort of hesitant to get an animal deck. And these ones are not only animals, but they're also like house pets. And that's something else that I'm not too keen on. So, for example, I have seen decks where it's all about cats, and I've yet to buy one of those because I don't know that, you know, there's a cat for every single 78 cards. I don't know that there's a cat for all tarot cards out there, or if you know, just looking at it, I think I would have to be a total cat lover to maybe get into that one. But you know, in this one you are going to find a lot of house pets in it. So this one is the Dreamer, and of course here you get the number and the title of the card, and then down here you get the name of the card. This is the Shepherd Puppy, and then you get a little message down below. They are categorized in colors, so you're going to get colors for these cards. This is how they all sort of go. This is the Unicorn, the Magician. There is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. And I like the messages that they come with. I really, really do. And that was one of the things that really encouraged me to purchase this deck, was the fact that there were messages written on the actual cards. And so it gave a little bit of a twist to what the regular RWS has to say, right? This one gave me a different feeling. So I went ahead and I got it, you guys. And so far, I seem to be okay with it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that I can relate to some of these pictures. If it wasn't because they had a message at the bottom, I think I would have a really hard time. This is number 3, the Empress. And so they have a rabbit for the Empress. I laughed when I saw that, actually. That they had a rabbit for the Empress. But and they have sort of a mouse looking thing. It's Dear Mouse for the Emperor, and I find that rather unusual as well. I never thought of the Emperor as a mouse, but here they have it as a mouse. Structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much wisdom to offer. This is Unity, number 5, the Lovers, the Chariot, Elephant, Justice, the Hermit, Firefly. So a lot of them do relate, right? This is the Wheel, Reindeer, or Caribou. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. I had to laugh at this picture too, because I've never seen a lion with daisies on its head. I've never seen a lion with daisies. I think it looks unusual, and if you ask me, it looks a little bit funny. You know, lions are really aggressive creatures, and yes, they're beautiful and they're majestic, but forget the aggressiveness. I just don't think as lions with daisies on their hair, but that was really funny. Really, you guys. This is Awakening. It's the Giraffe. And some of these images are pretty cool, and some of them are not so cool. So this is the Peacock, which is number 13 release. Balance is the Zebra. Ego is the Siamese Cat, number 15. Life Experience, the Star, the Moon. And you know, by the way, you guys, I stopped putting music on my videos because I had one of the viewers said to me, you know what, can you sort of skip the music and so that we can hear the cards? And I thought, wow, that's a great idea. So I won't be music anymore. Let me know what your comments are on this. Do you still like to have the music, or would you rather hear the sound of the cards? For this particular video, we have chosen to do the sound of the cards, you guys. So enjoy that. Bluebird, which is the sun. See, that's a pretty nice picture. And like I said, some of them are really like, I don't know how I feel about these frames, you guys. I think they're totally huge. And I think they're completely unnecessary. I think that a frameless picture would have been so much better. And I think that many of you would agree with me on that one. But this is number 20, the renewal. Number 20 is the world. Ace of fire, it's the white tiger. 2 of fire is the pelican. The 3 of fire, turtle. 4 of fire, you guys, the otter. And once again, you guys, the really cool thing about this deck is that the messages below here. For example, this is the 5 of fire, is the ram, and it says, occasionally you may experience clashes with others. If you decide the matter is worth your energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict without sacrificing your goals or beliefs. And that's for the 5 of fire or coins. This is the 6 of fire. And see, it's a dog, right? It's a rescue dog. It's a mixed breed for the 6 of fire. There's the 7 of fire, is the gecko, and I'm not into that picture at all. It's like I'm in between with the style of drawings. It's like I like it and then I don't like it, and then I like it and then I don't like it. It's like I can't make up my mind on this deck yet. 8 of fire is the bee, of course. 9 of fire is the gazelle. Interesting, right? The 10 of fire is the Saint Bernard dog. And so you see, they use the household pets. This is the page of fire, which is the monarch butterfly. Interesting. Knight of fire, it's the dolphin. The queen of fire, it's a Persian cat, you guys, and there's 2 little ones here. You see, some of the pictures I find so silly, I cannot even tell you. I think I'm going to have to spend more time with this deck before I decide if this is something that I'm going to be able to incorporate into my reading or not. Or into my practice, actually. King of fire, the Katanga lion. That's pretty cool. You see, the lion as a king, I can totally see that. But a lion sitting there with daisies on its hair. I don't know, you guys. I've never seen that before. I'm still cracking up over that one. I can't get over it. This is the 2 of water, and I love this image, for example. It looks very early 1900s British encyclopedia sort of artwork, you know. I love it. So some of the images I'm really fond of. This is the 3 of water, hummingbird. 4 of water. I don't know that I like this one. So like I said, there's some of them that I really like, and there's some of them that I just can't understand. Dragonfly is 5 of water. 6 of water, the goose. And the love and care for children could become an important part of your life, or people from your childhood may return to it. Old members can be healed, or possibly old childhood dreams are ready to be revived. I like the messages. I really do. Here's the Maine Coon kitten. I don't relate to this at all, you guys. I feel like this is just not my cup of tea when I see some of these pictures. The kangaroo is 8 of water, or 8 of cups. 9 of water is the Pomeranian dog. And once again, this is a picture that I just absolutely don't relate to. So just for that, I don't know that I'm going to be able to really do it, but this is the prairie dog, and it's the 10 of cups, or 10 of water as they call him here. This is the page of water, is the deer, and this page is wearing a tiara, you guys. It's a very silly deck, if you ask me. This is the Knight of water, and it's the frog. Look how funny that frog looks. Really. I don't know that I'm going to be able to take this deck serious. This is the Queen of Water. It's the swan. Well, that makes sort of sense. This is the King of Water, the penguin. That also makes sense a bit. This is the Ace of Air. Is the panda, or the Ace of Swords. This is the 2 of Air. Dachshund. It's this one, you guys. It's the one with hair and the one without hair. This one is the 3 of air. This one is the 4 of air, is the koala. That makes sense. I think koalas spend a large amount of time sleeping, right? So this is the 5 of air, and it's collie dog, and it's 2 collie dogs playing. So another image I don't relate to whatsoever. The six of air. That's also a very silly picture to me, you guys. Rescue cat. It's a mixed breed. The seven of air. It's a magpie. That's kind of cool. This one is also nice, the bunting, which is the eight of air, right? And this one reads, it's so easy to convince yourself that you're trapped when you really aren't. Trust that God will lift you to new heights and give you greater self-confidence if you affirm your freedom. That's kind of nice. Here's the sea lion. That's a pretty cool picture. It's the nine of swords. This one is the 10 of air. It's the Siberian husky dog, and he looks like he's desperate to go for a walk. This one is the page of air, and this is a seagull, and this seagull is also wearing a tiara. So I love it. I love to see animals with tiaras. I have to say, you guys, it's the first time that that's happened to me. So... And like I said, I'm open for new experiences. This is the Knight of Air. This is the decisive, focused, driven, impulsive. The thoroughbred horse. And that makes total sense. But look, you guys, he also has a crown on him. Oh no, this one too. The Queen of Air. Well, of course she should have a crown. She is the Queen of Swords. It's the leopard. This one is the King of Air, and of course, you know, it's the humpback whale, and he's got a crown on it. Of course, he's a king. Should have a crown. Oh, boy. The Ace of Earth. Calico Cat. I don't know. This one is the Two of Earth. This is the, this is the Two of Coins. It's a silly picture. This is the Three of Earth. Miniature poodle dog. This is the Four of Earth. That's a cool pic. This one is the Five of Earth. I like that too, the manatee. I don't know, it's like, you know, I kind of like the wild animals a bit better. And this is also a cool pic, the kiwi, for the Six of Earth. This is the Seven of Earth, it's the cow. This one is the Eight of Earth, the parrot. Nine of Earth is the ragdoll cat. 10 of Earth is the golden retriever dog. And you know, you guys, I used to have a golden retriever. He passed away about 3 years ago. And I can't say that I don't miss that dog one day. So it was just the sweetest dog. It was the best dog I've ever had. I always had like small dogs, but somebody had a golden retriever that they couldn't take care of it anymore. And I just took it upon me to take the dog home with me. And I took him home with me. And he lived with me for about 10 years until he got sick. Anyway, I love that dog, and he's gone, but his memory will always be there. And so, who knows, maybe in the future I'll get another one. Page of Earth is the tabby cat. Look, it's a big tiara on that one. Oh my God, you guys, I'm having a good time looking at this deck, actually. This is the Knight of Earth, is the seahorse. This one is the Belgian Hade, and it's the Queen of Earth. And here we have the King of Earth. You guys, that is the Animal Guides Tarot. Don't ask me how I feel about this yet. I can't tell you how I feel about this. I'm going to spend more time with this deck and see what happens. I think I'm going to have to do an update of this deck later, or maybe you're going to see it on other lists. Who knows? Stay tuned, because you never know when this deck is going to appear on another list of mine. It can be that I love it later. It can be that I don't. It can be that I connect with it. It can be that maybe I don't connect with it. Who knows? I can't really tell you guys how I feel about this deck. All I can tell you is that some of the pictures do talk to me. Some of the pictures I find extremely silly. And I like the messages that are written on the cards. They're really nice. And so for that, I think it's kind of cool, because I could imagine be doing a reading and then a card pops up and then I can read the message, and then it will add to the message that I already want the seeker to hear. And I think that when the cards have messages written on them, I think that it just kind of adds instead of overwhelm. And this cards don't, or the messages on these cards don't overwhelm me. I think they complement my readings. And that is one of the reasons why I got this deck, you guys, because I thought that the messages were really nice and I thought that they were going to complement my readings. And so, but I've yet to do a reading with this deck, you guys. So I don't know how that's going to be. Like I said, stick around and take a look. Maybe in a couple of months, this deck will be in another video for lists that I do. Who knows where this deck is going to pop up. But I'm going to have to spend more time with it. By the way, we said we're going to do a little bit of shuffling at the end. And here it is. It shuffles pretty well. I think it has to do with that paper stock that is pretty thick, but still very nice. And you know, holding this deck is it's not a light deck. This cardstock is rather on the heavier side, and it is thick. So if you have short fingers, if you have problems with your hands, maybe this is something that could be a bit complicated for you. It's not for me. I can do shuffling, not a problem. So for me, shuffling is not a problem with this deck. And like I said, also a spread is not a problem for me with this deck. So you guys, with that being said, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And you guys, tell me, how do you feel about this deck? Is this something that attracts you? Let me know. And you guys, until the next time.